the King of Kings.
Welcome to the Extreme Show with yours truly, AL-Mazeedi, and we finally returned to this amazing show after about 1 month without an Extreme episode. We stopped at the 60th episode. First, it was the reason was because of the exams, then some technical difficulties, and then just focusing on the future of the show. But now we are back, we're loaded, and we cannot wait to start off the show. So let's just start with the headline, finally. So let me just say a few final things that finally happened, and well, the final thing, scratch that. But anyways, well, let's start. Finally, we got that son of a bitch who pretends to be so Islamic. That son of a bitch's name is Osama bin Laden. On May 1st, right between Extreme Rules, we got that son of a bitch within 45 minutes. President Barack Obama got on a video and he said it, and we get back to Osama in a few minutes. Another final moment, or a finally moment, as The Rock likes to call it. Finally, after 17 years, Christian gets the World Heavyweight Championship at Extreme Rules, and for the first time ever, he hits the major title of the WWE. That's so amazing, but at the end of the show, it won't be. We'll see why, and we'll find out why, excuse me. And another final moment, which is the last one that I have right now, is finally, John Cena gets the WWE Championship after nearly 1 year without a gold on his waist, after going with the Nexus, the new Nexus, and a little bit with the great one, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He got the WWE Championship from that steel cage, fair and square, pinning The Miz right after that super attitude adjustment, and now back to the main headline, Osama bin Laden. That son of a bitch killed over 3,000 Americans and also a few thousand of our own Muslims all over the world. He destroyed embassies, and so far we kinda suggest that he's the one behind the 9/11 bombing that tower, the trade tower. Is that what it is called? But anyways, this son of a bitch, finally, I love calling him son of a bitch because he is, and he finally got what he deserved. Since 2001, he kept doing these things, hiding, getting like in caves, God knows where he have been, but finally the FBI, the CIA, under Obama's power or will, we finally got satisfied after getting the news. And while Extreme Rules were ending, and after the show went off the air, John Cena was holding his belt. He was just informed that Bin Laden got killed or whatever, and then he announced it to the live audience, which is about 10,000 Americans, and they were so happy. The videos were on YouTube, on www.com. And well, another thing is that, well, the other thing, yeah, Osama. So what the fuck is his problem? For about 10 years hiding, and finally we got him. But some people are getting suspicious. Is he really dead? Why did they not post the photos of his body? The ones that were posted were fake, but when is the time for the real ones? But my question is, if we showed you even a video of him getting killed, would you even believe it? I do not think so. So I believe President Barack Obama would like to focus on his campaign of 2012 to become again, the President of the United States for another 4 years, and not focusing on posting these pictures and then having questions that these pictures are fake and, well, etc. But I'm so happy for this, but few Americans are twisted. They think this is the start of something new. This is the start of ending Islam. Barack Obama made it clear, and he said it wide and clear, that this is not war against Islam. This is just putting an end to terrorism, to Al-Qaeda, and hopefully ending something being called hating Muslims because of Osama bin Laden. Of course, right now we're still being hated because of that son of a bitch, and that's why we're so happy, because that son of a bitch, oh yeah, I love calling that son of a bitch, yeah, that one, he is the well, what's the word I'm looking for? He is the crystal clear reason for the United States citizens hating Muslims, because, well, a Muslim did all of these things, so let's hate on them. But now he's dead, they dumped him in the sea, thank God they did not bury him alive or whatever, bury him, well, WWE got twisted with me. Thank God they did not bury him under the ground, so no one goes to visit that son of a bitch. And actually, no country wanted his damn fucking body. And again, this show is rated E for extreme, so just do not sue me or whatever. And, well, enough of Bin Laden, and we'll be right back after you checking out a part of the speech that Barack Obama gave on Sunday night, this past Sunday night. And the speech, one of the sentences, phrases he said that I really liked, and that was about Islam, and we will be checking it, and we'll be coming back for the Friday night movie hunt.
Yet his death does not mark the end of our effort. There's no doubt that Al-Qaeda will continue to pursue attacks against us. We must, and we will, remain vigilant at home and abroad. As we do, we must also reaffirm that the United States is not and never will be at war with Islam. I've made clear, just as President Bush did shortly after 9/11, that our war is not against Islam. Bin Laden was not a Muslim leader. He was a mass murderer of Muslims. Indeed, Al-Qaeda has slaughtered scores of Muslims in many countries, including our own. So his demise should be welcomed by all who believe in peace and human dignity.
Welcome back, and of course you can check the full President's speech at the link below. And now with the Friday night movie hunt of May the 6th, which is tonight, and the movies that are releasing tonight. First off, with the first movie that we have on the list is Jumping the Broom, starring Paula Patton. And finally, the following movie gets released in the States after a whole 1 week that we, the Kuwaiti people, or the whole Middle East, got to watch Thor before you guys do, which we will have the privilege to do tonight in the States. The movie that I'm talking about is Marvel's own and the next Avenger, who will be starring on the Avengers, I believe, next year. It is Thor, starring Chris Hemsworth and the Academy Award winner Anthony Hopkins. That's like the way to present him, I believe. But anyways, the movie The Ride, which he starred in, sucks. So anyways, Thor, on the other hand, is an amazing movie. It is also available in the 3D digital theaters and, of course, the IMAX 3D experience. And I believe this movie will beat Jumping the Broom. But why the hold-up? Kuwait gets to see it 1 week before Thor, the States gets to see it? Are they keeping it because they kind of know that Osama will be dead and everyone wants to celebrate his death by watching Thor? I do not know, I do not care, and those are all the movies that we are having. And of course, since you have, I believe, you kind of figured out that we are putting trailers on the Extreme King of Kings Films official YouTube channel, so you can now check the trailers on my channel instead of going to other channels and giving them the free views that I am redirecting you to go see their trailers on their channels or whatever. So anyways, those are the movies that are releasing tonight. And now with some JB related news. Of course, this show started because of him, and enough with thanking his white ass. Anyways, Justin Bieber have been going on that tour, and now he reached Australia. Now I believe he's in Adelaide. The other day he was in Sydney, or was it another place? But that does not matter. He was there, and he was interested into meeting the anti-bullying machine that I gave him that title. Anyways, his name is Casey something. He was getting bullied by a kid by this size, I believe, and this thin, and how did this guy manage to bully a guy that's even fatter and bigger than me? I'm not saying that I'm fat. Who said that? But anyways, how did this guy manage to defeat the other guy who is Casey? Well, he did not defeat him, he just was bullying him, excuse me, and then the other guy snapped and gave him a power bomb, not like Dave Bautista's one, that is, but he gave him some sort of a power bomb. I believe you can check that video if it is available on YouTube. I will search it after the show. But anyways, it might be showing in here or might not be showing. But either way, you all saw it already because this thing happened in March, I believe. A kid getting bullied in high school, and then he snaps and he gets him with a power bomb. And well, what else can I say? Justin Bieber talked to him, interviewed him, and he actually even said that I sort of got bullied in middle school or high school, and well, all these type of people get bullied in high school. Bullies are, well, actually bullies are weaker than the ones who are getting bullied. You know why? Because bullies have low self-esteem. They are not confident, and well, they just feel that they have nothing to do in the future. That's like 70% of all bullies end up in prison at the end, or just washed up people or lowlives in the real world, while 25% of the leftover bullies, 25% of the other bullies do become successful and look back when they were bullies and feel sorry for themselves and for the ones that they got bullied or they bullied at high school or middle school or even kindergarten, or forget that word. But anyways, Justin Bieber came out of his way and invited this guy. I do not know if he's Australian or not. Maybe he just in another district, state, or whatever. And all of that because he stood up for himself and making it like looking like a hero or something. But the thing that I do not get is he's not the only one who got bullied and stood up for himself. I'm not saying that I got bullied and stood for myself. I'm not saying that I am a bully. I'm not saying that I do get bullied at school, even though I am, and I got bullied just yesterday. Did I stand up for myself? No. Will I? Maybe. Will I tell anyone about it? For sure. But anyways, the main issue here, or the main idea that I'm going to, or the point is, he did all that and even got him on his tour and on his concert to say never. Was that the main idea of just supporting the anti-bullying things, or was he actually just promoting his movie? He made him say never and just making him like believe in the phrase. We all do believe in that phrase, but the thing is, again, was that just a promotion for your movie getting released on DVD on May 13th? Or was this episode to promote your movie? I do not know, I do not care, but get his movie on Blu-ray and DVD and will not be released on Blu-ray 3D, unfortunately, but it might be released later on. But the movie was not in 3D because you only put the glasses, remove them, nothing happens. Anyways, and this is the first time that I say anything, but anyways, speaking of anti-bullying and etc., there's also Be a Star campaign that WWE signed up for or even created, and there's a video to demonstrate what is the benefits of this Be a Star campaign and the Anti-Bullying Association. I believe that's what they are being called. You can check the video at the link below, and we'll be right back with the WWE news, updates, reviews, and of course starting with Extreme Rules and ending with Friday Night SmackDown, which was just on the air on Sci-Fi within a few hours ago or minutes. It depends when you are watching this episode. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and now it's time for the WWE review, the best part of the show, I believe, or well, let's just get straight to it. So this past Sunday, I believe, while the headlines of Osama bin Laden, or while the Operation Kill That Son of a Bitch was happening, or whatever, the Extreme Rules pay-per-view with its review, not its preview, as I put it on last Sunday, and it got about 80 views, which is, I consider it a successful video, because these type of videos only get about 20 views. So yeah, get your hopes up. Anyways, let's just review not the whole show, but the matches that I believe were amazing. Starting off with the first match of the show, which was a last man standing match between the Viper Randy Orton and CM Punk. Some people tell me to slow down, so let's try slowing down and repeat that phrase. A last man standing match between CM Punk and the Viper Randy Orton. See, when I slow up, I spell things wrong and I pronounce things wrong. So keep my, see, everything mixed up. So leave me alone, okay? And now, Randy Orton, the Viper, and CM Punk, a last man standing match, ended beautifully. Started off beautifully, and of course yours truly was hoping that Randy Orton stands tall, as he just got drafted to Friday Night SmackDown, and well, he is a member of the Blue Team, and he defeated CM Punk fair and square. And well, of course the New Nexus were banned from banned from ringside, excuse me. And now with well, actually, this is not an important match, but kind of sad. I never liked to see a superstar leaving the WWE, even if it was a heel or a face or someone I hate or whatever. So, Michelle McCool versus Layla, and the loser leaves the WWE, and Michelle McCool lost fair and square. But then, the debut of Karma. Did you see her? She came and then she literally just broke Michelle McCool before she left the WWE. She came on Monday Night Raw, did the same thing to another diva. On Friday Night SmackDown hours ago, she did the same thing with Alicia Fox. Wow, she is a beast. I do not know who can stand up to her, but I believe what's her name, Beth Phoenix, can defeat her at some point. But anyways, let's get back to the main subject, that is Extreme Rules. And finally, as I said it earlier, Christian gets the World Heavyweight Championship, and he defeated Alberto Del Rio and gets the vacant World Heavyweight Championship, as Edge retired and was forced to put the world title up for grabs. And of course the match was a ladder match between Alberto Del Rio and Christian, and Captain Charisma became our Peeps champion, or our champion. I cannot say Peeps champion unless he likes to call himself that. I am the Peeps champion, but we'll see how he is not right now at this moment the People's champion. He defeated Alberto Del Rio. We cannot say thanks to Edge, but we have to, because he did interfere in that match, yonking that horn of his car, and then Alberto Del Rio got a bit distracted, and then he was stopped by Christian, and he was on his way to grab that world title from the one that's hanging in the air, or whatever you like to call it. And then Christian got up there on the ladder, and right there he did the moment that he was waiting for his whole career. 17 years of hopes and wishes. That time was the time and the right place to actually have his dream come true. But again, at the end of the show, we'll realize and see what happened to Christian on Friday Night SmackDown. And now, finally, the champ is finally here, and John Cena gets out of Extreme Rules with the WWE belt around his waist or on his shoulders or whatever, and he defeated The Miz and John Morrison in a steel cage match. And somehow R-Truth tried to interfere, and he did, and somehow John Morrison was going to be the WWE champion at the end of that night. But I believe a huge feud is circling between John Morrison and R-Truth, and well, nonetheless, your WWE champion is right now John Cena. And now let's switch brands or shows and put it on USA Network for Monday Night Raw. What did that show do? They were celebrating the 39th year of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the star of Fast 5. It broke records in theaters of the States and also in Kuwait, I believe, but Kuwait did not release it in the IMAX experience, which sucks, so I'm not going to see that in a regular theater. Gonna wait for the 1080p download. Yes, it is illegal. Who cares right now? Back to the main subject, celebrating Dwayne Johnson's 39th year or birthday, and they had a few stars. Even Paul Walker said a good thing about him, like just wishing him birthdays. A second one was made by, what's his name? The co-star of Date Night and Get Smart, or the main star of Get Smart. I forgot his name, but he was saying, I am being held against my will, and I'm doing this against my will, blah, 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 blah. The Rock meets John Cena face to face, baby, and that's the moment of truth. Cena says that I brought you a gift that no one can bring it to you other than myself. At WrestleMania 28, in our match, I will present you the gift of the ability to become the WWE champion, and you have to do that. And if you want to become the WWE champion, you have to go through me. And The Rock simply replied, or replayed, or whatever you like to pronounce it. He said, just bring it. And then he said, happy birthday. And gosh, building a feud a year earlier or prior to WrestleMania is so amazing. We are getting the chills from right now. We cannot wait to WrestleMania XSV till tomorrow night. And wow, The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the most electrifying host of WrestleMania, gonna be facing John Cena. And if he is still the WWE champion, it will be for the WWE champion. Gosh, I cannot wait to preview and review that motherfucking show at WrestleMania. And again, this is rated E for extreme, so stop your nagging about me using these words, and I promise to not use them on the upcoming episode, since this is the returning episode. Gosh, 1 month, so crazy. I live to do this show each and every week, and now I get not, well, forget it. So this is the main idea of Monday Night Raw, just them celebrating The Rock's birthday, and actually Mr. McMahon came out and thanked The Rock. Of course, the beginning of the show with the national anthem with Lillian Garcia. She's a beautiful singer, and she gave us the national anthem of the United States. Of course, that was being sung because of, we got the son of a bitch, yes! I'm crazy, but anyways, Mr. McMahon came out, and of course The Rock did say, finally, finally, that son of a bitch is dead. Well, enough of Monday Night Raw. Let's go to WWE Tough Enough. And are you tough enough? Again, I do not review this show. I just give my ideas on this spectacular event. Well, it is before Monday Night Raw, so how did I just put it after Monday Night Raw on the review? Well, again, this is not a review. I've just given it thumbs up. It is an amazing, amazing show. Stone Cold Steve Austin is doing a great job, and well, the theme song is so amazing. It is entitled Champion. It is being sung by both Chipmunk and Chris Brown, and I should not use the term featuring Chris Brown because he's the one who should be the lead singer in that song, because when I think back to it, I always hear his voice in that song, not Chipmunk's voice. But anyways, we'll be right back for Friday Night SmackDown, and with the reason why not creams, dreams do come true, but at the end, you wake up. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and now with Friday Night SmackDown, and again, finally, Christian Watts as the World Heavyweight Champion, but at what cost? Mark Henry gets out, the Great Khali gets out, and the Viper Randy Orton, who just walked from the Extreme Rules as victorious, or standing victorious, as the last man standing, and with a great battle, CM Punk, he gets out, and all three of these superstars wants to be the next number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, and then feed along with the most ridiculous idea of his, and saying that the crowd of Orlando can pick who to face Christian for the world title. And then, of course, everyone wanted everyone wanted Randy Orton to face Christian, and then he does not make that match as the main event of Over the Limit for Friday Night SmackDown. He makes it for tonight, hours ago. And my question to myself was, how can Christian walk out of Orlando still the world champion? Only three reasons or three things that should happen. One of them, well, three elements to make this successful. A, someone interferes and it ends in a DQ or a draw. B, he cheats. C, he just gets tough, and because he holds the world title, that really makes him the strongest superstar of all time. But none of those three things happened. With an RKO and with a, yeah, we'll just leave it at there. With an RKO, 1, 2, 3, your new World Heavyweight Champion, and finally, Randy Orton gets a championship again for the 8th time. He is your world champion. Wow. Cena's the champion, Orton is the champion. It's like, well, it's like 2005, Cena's the champion and Batista is a champion. Well, let's not get mixed up here. Orton is now your World Heavyweight Champion, and the hopes and dreams of Christian come crashing to the ground. That is so ridiculous. Why? Why did the WWE make this happen? Will he have, well, of course, he will have his rematch clause invoked, I believe, at Over the Limit, but will he be defeating Orton for the title? Because I believe it's impossible, and I am now imagining this. The face of the WWE is John Cena, face of Monday Night Raw is John Cena, face of SmackDown is not The Undertaker, it's Randy Orton. It's like 2005 all over again. Batista versus John Cena. Who is more entertaining than the other? Now I'm looking at it when I see a Cena match. Yeah, I get entertained. But when I see an Orton match, wow. He hits that RKO from anywhere. I am not a fan of his, but right now I am beginning to like him. For the first time ever since I've known him, I am liking this so-called Legend Killer, The Viper, Randy Orton, and that's it for Friday Night SmackDown. And the thing that we have learned throughout these reviews is Cena finally becomes champion, Orton at the end becomes champion, and somewhere in the middle, Christian finally holds the world title for... They really want us to believe that he held it for, well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 days, but he only held it on Monday and Tuesday because they record SmackDown on Tuesday, so he held it for 2 days, 48 hours, the time that I would give Osama bin Laden to surrender, but he's dead, he's in the sea, you love him, go visit him right there. And now, back to the main subject that I started off the show. Wait, hold up. Osama bin Laden was the leader of Al-Qaeda. Now, there are furious people that are so mad. They killed him. Oh my God, they killed him. What is our reaction to that? We have to strike back, yeah. So, Al-Qaeda now has a new leader. They want to destroy the states, and they have this huge goals. And I believe Barack Obama should sleep with one eye open and not eye open, and to watch his back and have millions and millions of bodyguards. And well, I'm just copying The Rock tonight because he is the most electrifying superstar who will get embarrassed at WrestleMania 28 because the C Nation will be there to support John Cena, and the millions shall bow down to the extreme King of Kings millions. Well, I do have 3 or 2 subscribers, right? Or 3, 2. Well, on Facebook I do have 13. Just 13 subscribers or likes, or people who clicked like on my show's Facebook. 61 episodes, and that's all that I got to show for, or that's all that I earned. Well, on the other channel I did have 24 or 25 subscribers, plus the 20 or the 2 subscribers that I have right now, or even 3 maybe. So I have about 30 subscribers. What can you do? But that's not the end of the show. As I said on a few episodes ago, or a few weeks ago, that I sold my iPad and waiting for the second iPad to come out. Now it's out, and guess what? I do not have one. Why? Did I lose my money? Well, that's not the reason, but that did happen. But no, I said to myself, there has to be something bigger, better, and of course, even more, how can I put this? Even more intelligent than the iPad, because the iPad is plain old stupid for not allowing us to use Flash on websites. The main idea of me having the iPad is surfing the web, and when like most of the sites that I go to use Flash. Isn't it so easy for Apple to put the Flash in their stupid devices? No? Well, Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1 and 8.9 will be supporting the Adobe Flash, plus 1080p recording, plus 1080p playback, and wow, it is a larger screen. I'm not saying that for some people it sucks, larger devices, but I love the large experience of internet browsing, and well, using the new Android Honeycomb system is going to be an amazing tablet. It will be on sale, I believe, in June, and well, it's so amazing device. The pictures that you are seeing are so true. The main idea of this device, again, I'd like to point out, is the Adobe Flash, because all of us use websites that are using Adobe Flash. So what is the point of owning a tablet that cannot support Flash. If you do not use the web browser of the Apple, then maybe you are an entertainment sort of guy who keeps on watching movies on the go, but 720p movies suck. You want the full high definition experience, right? So you gotta go with the Samsung Galaxy Tab 8.9 or 10.1. It's going to be an amazing device. Also will be having 3G ability, so it is so amazing. I cannot wait to have that. And of course you will be looking at me holding it right here on the Extreme Show. And well, speaking of new devices, what the fuck happened to the iPhone 5? I saved my money. Well, I had an idea of waiting and keeping a bit of my money from our great Prince of Kuwait. But anyways, I had the idea of just waiting and not buying iPhone 4 to just get the iPhone 5 or the upcoming iPhone or the next generation of the iPhone. So now the plans are, or the rumors are saying that it should be released later at this year, like in December, November, October. Are you kidding me? You want me to stay stuck with the Nokia? Oh gosh, I'm not saying that it sucks, but come on, the iPhone, it's an iPhone. Do not tell me to get the Samsung Galaxy S2, because the iPhones do really beat each and every phone out there in the market. You cannot say who is or which is the best laptop. You cannot say which is the best car. You cannot say who is the strongest man in the world, but you can definitely say which phone is the best. The iPhone series phones are the best. Samsung cannot compete with them, but they did compete with the iPads, and we will see if the Samsung will keep its word and be better than the iPad, and we'll find out in just a few months. And my regular phrase is, of course, time will only tell, and things will just be smoking in a few months. And that's it for the mega explosive special return episode. And I'm your host, AL-Mazeedi, peacing right out, pushing to see you next Friday, baby.